My name is Grant Francis, and I am the co-chair of Relay for Life Venice. This is the third year that we've done Relay, and I've loved every minute of it. Having a great time, working with great people. Look forward to our great meetings, and obviously looking forward to a great event. Yeah, that's a good question. Good question. I got involved with Relay for Life after an event that we had at Venice High School when it turned 100 years old, and it was called the Centennial Celebration. And we raised a little bit of money and gathered a few folks and had a great weekend. And somebody went before a friend of mine, actually, I've known for several years, and said we could get this guy involved with Relay for Life. They called me in, and I talked to them about it, and I learned what it was all about, and I jumped in wholeheartedly because that same year I lost 5 of my ex-students to cancer, and it was kind of tough going through that whole process with them. And when this came about, I felt kind of grateful that I was able to pay back and give to this organization, American Cancer Society, for all the things that they do to help people survive and get through this horrible thing called cancer. And that's why I'm still involved. And it's been a great experience. Well, yeah, it's a lot of work, but I think that the work that I put in, along with all the committee folks, are very involved, very committed. It's a work of love. I mean, I enjoy going to the meetings. Uh, the folks that have committed themselves to this project, it's very impressive. The hours they put in, the dedication they have, and yet everybody has a great time. It's a little reunion we have at the meetings each time. We talk about our lives experiences, we talk about a lot of things, but at the same time, we get a lot done. So it's a lot of fun, and it's a little bit of work. And as a result, it all comes together, and we all have a great time at the actual event. And the event itself is historical. I mean, we have a great time at Venice, and we do a good job of putting it all together. But there's so many facets of it that's it's actually amazing. I guess you could start with the money that goes into this event goes directly to American Cancer Society, and the things that they do to help people with cancer is amazing. And a lot of people don't realize that they help take people to the doctor's office, for example, if you don't have a ride. You can get fitted for a wig, and they pay for that. And of course, obviously, the research and the strides that have been taken to help people get rid of this disease for good. That's why we have survivors of cancer. So that's the number one. The money that goes to the American Cancer Society to fight cancer is amazing. But also at the event, we have an MC that's crazy. She is absolutely crazy. And she gets on the microphone and she puts on all these crazy costumes, and we do these laps with crazy costumes on. And that adds to the fun and excitement. And that makes it worth coming to and enjoying and having fun with your friends. There's games for the kids. There's bands that play. There's yoga things that happen. There's so many things that you can get a massage. You walk too many hours in your store, you get a massage. So there's so many things that go on. It's amazing that we get it all done in one 24-hour period. And that reminds me, why is Relay 24 hours? Because cancer never quits. So we just keep on walking to get rid of cancer. Yeah, I think there's lots of great things at the Relay that are memorable for me. I think the part that sticks in my mind that's that's kind of indelible is the number of survivors that come out and put on purple shirts and want to show the world that they have gotten past this thing. And to see them walking alone together as a group around that track is pretty inspirational. And then to have them being joined in the second lap with all the folks who have been caretakers. And they're now a team together. The survivors on one hand, the caretakers on another, joining hands, sometimes literally, walking together around the track as a unit. The solidarity is incredible. Physically, you can see them joining together, but as a group, they walk to the track together, and everybody who's there for Relay for Life, whatever their reasons are, they see this group now joined together, walking together for this one cause. That's a memorable moment for me. And then, of course, the third lap is when everybody else joins in and the actual relay starts and the walking of the 24 hours begins. So that's a pretty memorable, pretty, very inspirational moment for me. The things that happened during this event are pretty amazing. When you think about all the different aspects of the event. We have food. First of all, let's start with food. I don't know why I want to start with food. I had a great meal tonight, I guess. That was part of it. But there's food all day and all night. So that's pretty incredible that people donate food and the services to put this out to make sure that everybody's happy and satisfied, because over a 24-hour period, a lot of people get hungry. You got to feed them. So that's pretty important. And aside from food, we have entertainment. We have a big stage at one end of the field. And on that stage, there's something happening the whole time. Now, obviously, when it gets to be later at night, 10 o'clock, things slow down a little bit and the lights go down and people, some of them go to sleep. But there's always somebody on every team has at least one person walking around the clock during the whole course of the event. So during those hours, the entertainment is a lot lower and slower and a much more mellow pace. But before nightfall, there's lots of entertainment, lots of bands. Single guys get up and play a little ditty on their guitar or whatever. So anyways, lots of entertainment that goes on. Then each booth, all the way around the track, each booth has something going on. Either they're raising money by selling stuff, or they have something that they want you to participate in by, whether it's a massage or, some of their activity, they might be selling an item of food or whatever. So every booth has some kind of an activity. A lot of it is a fundraiser for that team, for American Cancer Society. But there's something going on all around the track. That's pretty exciting. There's kids games. There's all kinds of kids, and of course the kids love that stuff. They play games and they run around and have fun playing the different. And there's lots of games all day long. About every 2 or 3 or 4 hours, we have a themed lap, it's called. So everybody brings stuff to put on, a costume of some sort. So they walk around in this themed costume, and that's always kind of fun. It breaks up the monotony a little bit of walking and walking and walking. They stop and put this fancy stuff on and crazy stuff. And you look around and everybody's wearing these crazy costumes. So that's kind of fun. So that's another little activity that goes on. And of course, there's as night falls and it gets dark, we have a very inspirational ceremony at each Relay for Life. And of course, at Venice, it's become a very strong, popular tradition. That's the Luminaria celebration. And what it is, we sell little bags, and you can write a note on the bag about somebody that you have lost, somebody who is a survivor, somebody you were a caretaker for, anybody who's on your mind who had something to do with the fight against cancer. So you write the message or put their picture on the bag. And then when it comes nightfall, we put the bags around the track, put a candle inside, turn the lights down, and light the candles, and everybody walks around the track in darkness, looking at the messages on each bag as they pass by the different booths and the different bags, and they see the messages that have been written by the participants about the people that they've lost or they feel about and that have been an inspiration in their lives. So that's a very touching ceremony. So that's another event that goes on that's very, very cool. Then as nightfall, like I say, things slow down a little bit. Sunday morning, things wind up and we kind of have a closing ceremony. But before that, we have the fire department come in and make everybody a breakfast. And that's kind of a neat way to close the event. And then we have our closing ceremonies. We give awards to the booths who have done the best job, raised the most money, decorated their booths the best. We have different awards we give out. So that's always kind of that's a lot of fun as well at the closing ceremonies on Sunday morning. There was one time I recall that we were told that this event is held at Venice High School, and it's on the football field, and we walk on the track, and all the camping and the sleeping bags and the booze are on the grass, on the infield, on the football field. We were told that the sprinklers, oh yeah, don't worry about the sprinklers. Sprinklers are turned off. You don't have to worry about that. Well, it didn't exactly work out that way. Early in the morning, must have been 5:30 or so, the sprinklers start coming on. The good part is, if there is a good part, the sprinklers coming on, they start at one end and work their way across the field and go towards the other end. But it takes a while to figure that pattern out. So as the sprinklers are coming on down there, you realize that they're coming closer and we got to do something about it. So what do? You grab trash cans and put them over the sprinkler heads if you can find them. And hopefully people don't get too wet unless you have your sleeping bag or your tent on top of a sprinkler head. Not so good. And that happened a couple times, but I don't know if those people are coming back. But anyway, those things happen and we get past them. It's just kind of a memory now. So all in all, it's a great weekend. We all have a lot of fun.